What's up, Spud Nation? Happy February. We're here, finally. For those of you who don't live in Wisconsin, we got welcome to February with a bunch of snow. Just got in from snow blowing, ready to go. Great show lined up for you today. We're going to talk Cleveland Cavaliers. Nothing good to be said there. Going to talk a little bit about Kevin Durant, thinking he's a tough guy, or is he just hunting out tough guys? Hit on some NCAA action, the big games on Tuesday. Talk a little Cam Newton. And of course, Defensive Player of the Year, Packer fans. You're not going to want to miss this. Stay tuned. We're going to get rolling right away. The Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland, with big mouth owner Dan Gilbert, they have not won a game since December 18th. And let me tell you, Spud Nation, they haven't been close. They're being kind of compared right now to the NBA D-League. Can they compete in the D-League? Would they be able to beat a D-League team? Well, that has yet to be seen, I guess. They sure can't cut it in the NBA right now. And, you know, you can't really blame the players or the coaches, anyone for that matter, but the top guy, Dan Gilbert. It started when LeBron was there. I'm telling you, Spud Nation, Cleveland made the playoffs because of LeBron James. He carried those guys. He put them on his back, and he made everyone look way better than they were. He made Mo Williams an all-star. He made big Zydrunas Ilgauskas late in his career a very good, capable center. This guy did it all. He was a triple-double waiting to happen. And once LeBron left, Dan Gilbert, it was a stake through his heart. He knew it was over. He knew he was screwed. And yet, he came out and he made some really, really poor statements, poor judgment on his part. Drew a lot of attention to Cleveland, talking about they're going to win an NBA title before Miami does. Come on, we all knew he was crazy then, but look at his team now. It's rough. It's absolutely awful. These guys go out there every game. They just look like they know they're beat. It's too bad. It's unfortunate. They're throwing rookies, second-year guys in the lineup and praying that they produce. Manny Harris, he's stepping up. He's scoring some points. It's what he did at Michigan. They threw him in there. He's scoring points, but it's not tough to do when you play on a Cleveland team that's just begging for some sort of point total. They're looking for points from anywhere they can get. Dan Gilbert needs to put talent on the floor. He's got none. What does he have right now? He's got a team being led in scoring by Manny Harris. Manny Harris loves to go out there and jack shots up. It's understandable he's going to lead that team in scoring. They need a featured guy, a go-to guy. It isn't Anton Jamison. It's not Mo Williams. Who is it on that Cleveland squad? I don't know. But Dan Gilbert, you should have bit the bullet. You should have handled LeBron's departure a little bit better. Handle it with some grace. He didn't do it. Drew more attention to Cleveland, and now they're the laughing stock of the NBA. Cleveland fans, it's too bad. You look very, very far away from being any sort of contender. Right now, just kind of a joke in Cleveland. Looking at head coach Byron Scott, I feel more sorry for this guy than anyone in the NBA. Great coach. He's proven it in the past. And guess what? He took a job a year too soon. He passes on the Cleveland job this past year. Next year, the Los Angeles Lakers head coaching job opens up. Byron Scott, a perfect fit for the Lakers. He would have looked great in gold, but no. He was eager. I don't blame him. He took a coaching job when it presented itself, and now he's got quite the project ahead of him. He goes in and game out, just trying to compete with teams, and it's not happening. You can't win games with no talent. I don't care who's coaching you. It's too bad. Cleveland, time to zip your lips. Nothing to talk about. Kevin Durant, coming off a game against the Miami Heat, he had a few choice words for Chris Bosh, calling Chris Bosh a fake tough guy. Well, last time I checked, Chris Bosh wasn't even pretending to be a tough guy. And if you look around the landscape of the NBA, are there really any tough guys left? Guys getting fouled hard, they cry, they get up, try and start fights. I mean, give me a break. Look back, Detroit Pistons, Los Angeles Lakers. Those were the teams. Boston Celtics. Those teams, they weren't afraid to hit you hard. You went down the lane and they made you think twice. Those were the good old days, the bad boy teams. But now, it's a game of two-hand touch out there on the NBA hardwood. Too bad, Kevin Durant, zip your lip, man. You're a great player. Chris Bosh is not trying to be tough. He's never once portrayed that image that he was trying to be tough. He's just an undersized guy playing center, and he's doing the best he can. Durant, keep doing work. Keep dominating teams from the outside. That's what you do. By no means are there many, if any, real, true, tough guys throughout the NBA. A lot of fakes, but no real tough guys. NCAA hoop action Tuesday night coming your way. My North Carolina Tar Heels. Sitting pretty. For a team that came in well overranked, they're fighting their way back. Their freshmen are coming along. Their second-year players are kind of gelling together. And Harrison Barnes is learning to play within the system. North Carolina is still a long ways off from a national title, but they're at least climbing back into the polls, and they're sitting atop, right in reaching distance of the #1 spot in the ACC. ACC is down, but still, any victory the Tar Heels can take, a fan can appreciate it. North Carolina goes into Boston College, big matchup. North Carolina, I'm sticking with you guys, getting the win on the road. And the big-time matchup of the night, the Big Ten, Purdue going into Wisconsin. Right now, Purdue, they got to be up there, up in consideration with Ohio State and Wisconsin as the cream of the crop. But Wisconsin coming off a tough loss. The thing about this game is Wisconsin is almost unbeatable in Madison, but can sheer talent alone win? Johnny Lure going to have a great matchup against Juwan Johnson. I love it. Both guys going for Big Ten Player of the Year. I'm going to say Purdue. I'm calling this an upset because the game is being played in Madison. Going to take down the Badgers. Just not enough athleticism for Wisconsin. They're big, they're slow, they're white, and if they're not shooting that three ball, it's lights out for the Badgers. Purdue with a big-time win, keeping pace with Ohio State. Heading over to the pigskin. Cam Newton in the news again for all the wrong reasons. Cam Newton having an NFL day, but he's not inviting NFL scouts. Go figure, Cam Newton, he's being represented by his father in the mix. And guess what? Cam Newton's dad, once again, a very big problem. NFL scouts are a little fed up already, and it's just getting going. Cam Newton says his stock can't go any higher. Well, I mean, in a way I see his point, but come on. Cam Newton, you have a lot to prove. You're not the best passer out there. You're athletic. You're raw. Yeah, an NFL team is going to take a chance on you because of that. Great leadership skills. But come on, get out there, perform for the big boys, have some scouts come and watch you, and don't just offer up sending them a videotape. Give me a break, Cam Newton. It's tough. Cut ties with your dad, at least in the management scheme of things. Keep your dad, buy him a house, do a great thing for him. He's going to be your father through and through. But get him out of your ears. You can't have him managing anything when it comes to your career. Some Super Bowl talk here. Of course, teams getting off the planes. Who do they zoom in on? Big Ben, Aaron Rodgers. Leads me to the question, who needs this game more? Well, it's the Super Bowl. Both teams, both guys, both quarterbacks need this game equally as much. Aaron Rodgers, still in the shadow of Brett Favre. I don't care what you say. If you're a Packer fan, you can say all you want. He's still in the shadow until he wins that Super Bowl. Big Ben. Yeah, he's won a couple Super Bowls. Yeah, he's been through the dance a bunch of times. But Big Ben, overcoming controversy at the beginning of the year, always going to follow him along. And guess what? People tend to forget big things when you're winning. So, who needs it more? I'm going to say both of them need the game more. It's a Super Bowl, folks. Both teams want to win. Both teams need to win. I would say the Steelers, because they're an older team, need to win more right now. But the Packers aren't packing it in. They need to win this game just as much coming into that Super Bowl game with their very young roster. And Aaron Rodgers, he gets a Super Bowl victory. You can see a couple more coming in his future. Great game. I can't wait for the Super Bowl. It's going to be an excellent matchup. And now the news of the day. Defensive Player of the Year award was announced, and the winner is Troy Polamalu. Hey, it's tough. I live in Wisconsin. I watch Clay Matthews every week. But guess what? I think the NFL got it. Yeah, I can't say they got it right. Look at the stats. I'm not a big stats guy. We don't spit stats on the sports coach here. But you look at the stats. One guy had 63 tackles. One guy had 60 tackles. One guy had 13.5 sacks. And the other guy, 7 interceptions. Both guys are doing their part from their respected positions. It's tough. You got to go back to the days where there were co-MVPs, co-Defensive Player of the Years. This was by far the most, this was where the NFL could have got that done and been okay. They both deserved it. You can't tell me Troy Polamalu mean more to the Pittsburgh defense than Clay Matthews meant to the Green Bay Packer defense. Both guys, impact players, both mean the world to their teams. And if it comes down to hair, come on, they both need haircuts. So leave it at that. Troy Polamalu, congrats. You won the Defensive Player of the Year award. Clay Matthews, for what seems to be the second year in a row, kind of got screwed. He lost out on Rookie of the Year last year to Roid Rage Brian Cushing. And now this year, by the hair of his chinny chin chin, misses out on Defensive Player of the Year. You know what? When it comes down to it, Player of the Year trophy is nice to have, but the Super Bowl trophy means that much more. Just adding fuel to the fire, the Green Bay Packers are ready to go, and let's see who steps up on Super Bowl Sunday. Will it be Clay Matthews claiming the Super Bowl trophy, or will it be Troy Polamalu going home with all the hardware? We'll see come Sunday. That's it, Spud Nation. You have any questions, comments, concerns, hit me up. Craig at thesportscoach.com. Hit up the website. You all know where that is. Also, Facebook, Twitter, all avenues for you. I'm here to answer your questions. You have any comments, I love to hear them. Till next time, we're out.